You change your Ishta Devata. In that form, you worship God and you pursue your sadhana, knowing that all others are also the forms of the same Ishta. My Ishta is this, your Ishta may be different, but only the names and forms are different. Tattva ek. The reality is one. So this is an extraordinary thing, where we get the benefit of concentration, of focus, of loyalty, of devotion. At the same time, we are entirely open to this entire gamut, the variety of forms of the divine, without any fanaticism, without any limitation, without any exclusivity. So this is the extraordinary technology of the Ishta Devata. There is another interesting issue here. Since we talk about Vedanta all the time, the question comes that this pure consciousness, Satchidananda, existence, consciousness, bliss, my own self, Aman Nijedi Atma, that is what we are trying to find out. Aham Brahmasmi, I will realize I am Brahman. This is Vedanta. And then you say Krishna or Rama Krishna is our Ishta. Where is the connection? The connection kothay. When Ramanujacharya says the same God is the Antaryami, fine. A Antaryami and Brahman, where is the connection? So I once asked Swami Nirmuktanandaji, Upen Maharaj. He was a disciple of Swami Shivananda, I still remember. He was nearly 100 years old at that time. তো উনি বেলুর মঠে মায়ের মন্দিরের কাছে বসে আছে, মায়ের মন্দিরের ওই স্বামীজির মন্দিরের দিকে মুখ করে বসে আছে, facing Swami Vivekananda's temple, sitting there, this very old Swami. And I went and asked him, Maharaj, এই আমরা বেদান্ত যে আত্মা ব্রহ্মর কথা বলি, বিচার করি, এত পড়ি, আর আমাদের গুরুদেব যে ইষ্ট মন্ত্র দিয়েছেন আর ইষ্ট দেবতার কথা বলেছেন, আমরা জপ ধ্যান করি, এই দুটোর কানেকশন কোথায়? এই দুটো কি এক না আলাদা কি? And then he said to me, so are the two the same or are they different? And then he said to me, he spoke in Bengali, I'll translate for you. He said, তুমি কি জানো না ঠাকুর কি বলেছিলেন? তুমি শোনোনি? Haven't you heard what Thakur said? যে যার ইষ্ট সে তার আত্মা. Whatever your Ishta Devata is, that is your Atman. The Atman which we say Sakshi, pure consciousness, witness consciousness, and the Ishta, Rama Krishna, Kali, Durga, whatever it is. It is that thing with a particular name and form in a particular spiritual tradition. It is that Satchidananda which is worshipped in that way. So it is exactly the same thing. Sri Ramakrishna had told Swami Akhandananda, and Akhandananda, this Upen Maharaj, had served Swami Akhandananda for a long time. And Akhandananda had told him personally. Upen Maharaj told me, now I'm telling all of you. This Jejar Ishto Shetar Atma. This is a vital connection between what we call Amader Sadhan Paddhati and the larger Advaitic philosophy, which is in the Upanishads and so on. So this is the second form. Where is God? Heaven. Like the poet said, Robert Browning, God is in his heaven and all's right with the world. That's one. Two, Hridaya. Our Pratyeka Hridaya Chantini. But Hridaya, in the heart, is still, we scratch our head and say, ha, ta to holo, dekhte pai na je. Tapore kalpana. I'm imagining, it's quite possible jara sadhak, those who are advanced, they see the living form of God. Hridaya. We are doing sadhana, we visualize. We may ask the question, এইরকমই চলবে? আমি কি একটা ভাষা কল্পনার মধ্যে মন্ত্র জপ করছি? No. I'll tell you something which, since the person who told us has passed away recently, I can now tell the names. Once in Sharadapit, we were young monks. Swami Shivomayanandaji was leaving Sharadapit, so he called, and he was going to Belur Math. He was the vice president who attained Mahasamadhi recently. So Swami Shivomayanandaji told us this. He said that one day, the topic was this. We are all young monks. তোমরা জানো তোমরা সাধু হয়েছে, লোকে তোমাদের পায়ে পড়ে প্রণাম করে, কেন করে জানো? What do they expect? আমরা শুনছি, we are hearing, what do they expect of you? I'll tell you. So Shivomayanandaji told us this. This was many years ago. He said, many years before that, Swami Gambhiranandaji Maharaj who was the 11th president of our order. At that time, he was either general secretary or vice president. He was not yet the president. Many years ago, decades ago. One day, Shivamanji said, somebody told us, Gambhir Maharaj has said that he has realized God. Only Onar Bhagavan Darshan Hoye geche. Now, Shivamanji said, what I knew about the character of Gambhir Maharaj, I knew that he was not given to light talk. হালকা কথা বলতেন না, নাম যেমন গম্ভীর তিনি কাজেও তেমন গম্ভীর ছিলেন। So Gambhiranji, উনি এরকম কথা বলবেন, আমার ভগবান দর্শন হয়ে গেছে। So I was very curious. He said, I went to President Maharaj's quarters and I confronted Gambhiranji. Maharaj, I have heard that you claimed ভগবান দর্শন হয়ে গেছে. I have realized God. Tell me the truth. আপনি এটা বলেছেন? Then Gambhir Maharaj said, dismissively, এসব কি কথা, ছাড়ো ছাড়ো ছাড়ো, let me go, what kind of talk is this? But Shivamanji was very determined. He said, no, I won't let you go. You have to tell me today, have you realized God? So অনেক পিড়াপিড়ি করার পরে, to cut a long story short, Gambhir Maharaj finally said in a hurried way, I'll tell you what he said in Bengali and then translate and then see the connection with Ishta Devata. He said, ভগবান দর্শন মানে তুমি কি বোঝো? আমি যখনই চোখ বন্ধ করি আমার ইষ্টের জ্যান্ত মূর্তি হৃদয়ে জলজল করে ওঠে। He says, what do you understand by God realization or vision of God? What exactly do you mean? In my case, whenever I close my eyes, the living form of my Ishta Devata blazes forth in my heart. Which is an amazing thing to say. It's an extraordinary thing to say. And then he said, again in Bengali, তবে এই কি সব, in twice he said, তবে এই কি সব, সর্বভূতে ব্রহ্ম দর্শন করতে হবে না? ছাড়ো। So is this all? Do I not have to see Brahman to realize Brahman in all beings? And let me go now. And then he walked away. Then Shivamanji turned towards us and he said, দেখো, এই সাধু মানুষ যখন তোমাদের পায়ে পড়ে তারা they expect this standard from you. But this shows us that the meditation on the Ishta Devata, Antarjami, Hridayate, it's not always going to be a visualization. একটা visualization exercise করছি, job করছি, not like that. At one time, with continuous practice, it will become a living experience. It's no longer really dependent on your mind trying to visualize something. Anyway, that is upasana. That is a very advanced stage of upasana. Still, we will say that it's something internal, moner bhetore. Dekhte chai. I want to have a concrete example before me. And Sri Ramanujacharya, he says, by the grace of God, Ishwarer etoi kripa amader opore, he goes a step forward. The Lord goes a step forward. শুধু স্বর্গে নয়, শুধু হৃদয়ের মধ্যে অন্তর্যামী নয়, তিনি মাঝে মাঝে অবতার রূপে সামনে আসেন। Just like a human being, just like you or him or her, the Lord comes in a human form. Rama, Krishna, and many others. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rama Krishna, and many others. কিছু আমরা জানি, কিছু হয়তো ইতিহাসে আমরা জানি না, but the Lord comes, ভগবান মানুষ রূপে প্রত্যক্ষ আমাদের সামনে আসেন অবতার। Again, I'm reminded of a story Swami Suhitanand just told us about Swami Primeshanandaji, who was a disciple of Ma Sharoda. And so one day, he told Swami Suhitanandaji was a brahmachari serving Primeshanji. Primeshanji was ill, lying in the bed. And he said, I will tell you a secret. Make sure nobody is hearing. কেউ শুনছে না তো? And Suhitanji said, আমি অনেকবার শুনেছি, কি বলতে যাচ্ছেন ভালো করে জানি। মহারাজ কেউ শুনছে না। দেখো কেউ শুনছে না, তাহলে বলবো একটা রহস্য কথা, একটা সিক্রেট, গোপন কথা, যে আমি কেউ শুনছেন, আপনি বলুন না। শোনো, এই যুগে শ্রী ভগবান শ্রী রামকৃষ্ণ অবতার ধারণ করে এসেছেন, শ্রী রামকৃষ্ণ ভগবান স্বয়ং। Suhitanji said, আমি জানি। তুমি জানো? হ্যাঁ আমি জানি, সবাই জানে। Everybody knows. কেউ জানে না এরকম, সবাই জানে, and nobody cares. You see, for somebody who is spiritually so advanced, তার কাছে God is real. For us it's talk, theory, বিশ্বাসের ব্যাপার. God is real. And what an amazing thing that this real God, the Lord of the universe, the creator of this entire universe, in whom this entire universe exists, into whom this entire universe will one day disappear, the all-knowing, all-pervasive, all-powerful God can come in a human form. And we can experience the presence, literally the presence of this omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent God. What an extraordinary thing it is for somebody for whom it is real. Not just a theory, not just as like an article of faith. So this is avatar, very huge field of, avatar baad ekta birat byapar. So Ramanujacharya says that is another sign of the grace of God. That God is not only in heaven, not only in our hearts, but comes as avatar in a concrete form from time to time, with a name, with a form, and with a lila, tajimoni. All of these are divine. If you meditate on the form of an avatar, if you meditate on the name of an avatar, if you meditate on the lila of an avatar, those are very powerful spiritual practices. Moksha pradam. It will take you to moksha. And even further, Sri Ramanuja speaks about a special manifestation of God. Not just an avatar. Sometimes, that avatar, that Ishwar, that Bhagavan appears to his special devotees, close devotees, in a very intimate, close form. And he gives the example of Krishna in Nidhuvan, in Vrindavan, in the Rash Leela, where Sri Krishna appeared to each gopi separately. So, like your own personal God, customized, personalized God. Krishna appearing as for each gopi separately.